Hello, Hornets. Welcome back to another episode of SHS Today. In this episode, Chloe Swantak displays the German Club. Sarah Yusuf takes us through DEI initiatives throughout the district. And lastly, Izzy Narcessian sparks knowledge on the Welding program. All this and more on December 6th edition of SHS Today.
What's happening, Celine? Welcome back to another installment of SHS Today. I'm Jackson Stahl.
And I'm Harold Crowner. Today we have lots of new opportunities and highlights of our high school to show you. Let's get rolling.
Making a comeback for the 2023-2024 season of SHS Today is our podcast, Talk of the Town.
The first podcast for SHS Today is being released side by side with this episode. Tune in to see Rain Douglas showing a perspective on a new teacher in the district.
Celine has taken steps in our district more proactive about combating inequality.
But the administration is always striving to improve inclusion at our school. We're going to hear from Sarah Yusuf about what they're doing.
More investigation into what the problem is, not just giving the discipline.
Throughout the years, enhancing diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, has come to the forefront for many schools and institutions throughout the nation. Saline Schools in particular has been working to remedy incidents and make students feel more welcome.
BSU has worked together on situations like what was written on the wall and how we felt like it could have been handled. I've gone to the school board meetings and spoken up just so it's not just me saying it in admin. It's so people know this is what we want and need.
These issues don't have an easy solution. After talking with various people on the Board of Education and our administration, DEI has progressed over the years.
Diversity in Saline has always been present, so really is just acknowledging how we are diverse. Equity, as educators, that's what we do. We want to make sure that all students have access to a quality education, and then inclusion, and that's where that work lies. And so when you think about our hate speech policies, that's an example of a way that we are kind of working on holding people accountable for the behaviors that we want to see here in Saline area schools. And so any support or feedback that we can get from our students is welcome, so please, our admin team is open.
Looking forward, Saline has begun to use student feedback and district input to set protocols in place to handle discrimination and enhance inclusivity.
I think that there should be more education that comes with it, because if you're receiving a consequence, you're receiving a consequence. But if you know why you're receiving that consequence and why it was wrong, that can move further how you handle the situation, I think, and just what you're aware of, because most people won't change their perspective, but if they know that they're going to receive a consequence and an educational video for it, they're going to most likely stop, and it provides us more comfort to just walk in the hallways.
As our school works to move forward with a receptive response, Saline will continue to move forward in embracing an active stance in stopping bias and bigotry. Reporting for SHS Today, I'm Sarah Yusuf. Back to you in the studio.
I'm glad to hear our administration is working hard to make sure our school district is as inclusive as it can be.
But if you're still not at ease, reach out to the administration to express your concerns. Or you can attend the next Board of Education meeting on Tuesday, December 12th at Liberty School at 6:30 p.m. On a lighter note, marching band and orchestra students will be leaving for Disney World tomorrow morning on December 7th to perform at various places throughout the park. Good luck to everyone with your performances.
Thank you.
Wait, you're in orchestra?
No, I'm in the marching band. How did you not know that?
Well, what other hidden interests do you have?
I'm taking a welding class next trimester.
Let's hear about the program you'll be taking from Izzy Narcessian.
Throughout high school, students pick up various skills, most of them being taught in a conventional classroom. Saline High School works to change that through having hands-on classes such as welding.
Freshman year, I was like, man, welding's something that would probably be helpful if I wanted to go into manufacturing. So last year I took Welding 1, and that just opened the whole world of welding up for me. It made me want to do it more in the future.
Students who go through the welding class learn as they go along.
Definitely having an open mind and having time to learn, because it definitely takes time to learn how to weld, and you won't be perfect the first time. You will not be perfect the first time.
High schoolers are able to build on prior knowledge about welding or can go in with no experience at all.
Everyone has their own style of the way they weld, and really anyone can weld.
Students gain practical experience and skills that they are able to take into any career in their future. Reporting for SHS Today, I'm Izzy Narcessian. Back to you in the studio.
If you want to learn more about the welding program, you can scan the QR code at the bottom right of the screen to visit the SWWC website. Or you can email the welding teacher, Mr. Ballou, at the email at the bottom of the screen. I saw my Spotify Wrap came out. What was your number one song?
Oh, I haven't really checked yet, but I've been enjoying the soundtrack from The Lion King lately. Speaking of The Lion King, Varsity Blues is performing The Lion King this weekend at 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, and at 3 p.m. on Sunday. Scan the QR code on the screen to buy tickets now, or you can also buy tickets at the door for $15.
Sprechst du Deutsch?
What?
That was, do you speak German in German?
Oh, no, I don't.
I could tell. But if you want to learn German, or just learn about the German culture, Celine has a German club that you can join, and Chloe Swantek's gonna tell us about it.
Language programs are a central focus at SHS, and joining a language club is a great way to extend your knowledge or expose yourself to new culture. With the new school year, many clubs have already kicked off their 23-24 season. However, the German club, ran by Frau Chubb, opened its doors to students.
I think people should join German Club whether they're in the class or not, because it's a good way to practice some of the simple conversational language where we might learn a few things even if you're not in class, but it will be focused on learning about culture and music, and it's really student-led, and it's a place where we can have fun and do things with the language and with the culture that we maybe don't have time for in class.
Through attending the meetings, students get a better understanding of German culture and meet people with similar interests.
Well, I think it's easy to just read in a book about what the practices are and some of the things that are associated with German culture. But when you're in a club and learning with other people and learning, we even have native German in German Club. As a group, I think that can really help and really give you a further understanding.
Other than culture, there are many reasons outside of just learning the language that any person would benefit from joining.
I think there's a great value in just understanding the world around you. It's still useful in creating bonds and friendship.
Experiencing a new culture and a new language have a number of benefits for a lot of people, so you don't even have to have a knowledge of the language. You can still join and get to learn something new.
Although German Club had a late start, it has a promising future as a program at SHS. This is Chloe Swantek, reporting for SHS Today. Back to the studio.
Man, I should probably join to brush up on my German skills.
They meet most Thursdays after school in the German room, which is C339. The next meeting is next week Thursday. You can show up to try it out. No sign-up required.
That's all the news we have this week. I'm Jackson Stahl.
And I'm Harold Crowner. Be sure to follow @CelineVideo on Instagram and YouTube for show updates and behind-the-scenes content.
Tune in next week for the following stories: a senior spotlight, a look at the Ann Arbor Youth Council, and a perspective on student-run businesses. Have a great week, Hornets!